Today, I'm diving deep into the powerful concept of mastering detachment and how you can practice it to get anything that you want. Stick around to the end of this video for practical steps on how to detach that you can start using right away. Here's a snapshot on what we'll be going through in this video: what detachment is and what it is not, the benefits of practicing detachment and how it will improve your life, and of course, practical ways on how to detach to manifest anything that you want. Hey, hi, hola, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're just new here, I'm Aubrey, and on this channel, I share all things self-development, manifestation, and living a creative lifestyle. So if these are all the things that you're into, make sure to click that subscribe button down below so that you never miss a beat. Ever notice when you've misplaced something and you keep looking and looking to find it, you get super stressed, but you still keep looking and don't find it. And then when you actually let go and get on with your day, it suddenly appears out of nowhere. Or this is for my manifestation girlies, when you've journaled about your desires and what you want to manifest, you close your journal, follow through with the action, but actually forget about it. Then suddenly it manifests. This is just a few everyday examples of how detachment plays out in our lives. Okay, so let's get clear on what detachment is not. Detachment is not about being apathetic or not having a care for life, which can often be mistaken as this, but rather the accomplishment or it being acquired, whatever it is for you, whether that's a new relationship, new job, more money, more clients. It being acquired is not tied completely to your self-worth. This is a teaching from the Bhagavad Gita. He says, detachment is not that you own nothing, but more so that nothing owns you. This actually brings me back to attending Vipassana, and at the heart of a Vipassana meditation practice lies the three fundamental concepts of impermanent nature, suffering, and selflessness. Realizing the impermanence of each and every situation, whether it's regarded or perceived as good or bad, and practicing non-attachment that ends all suffering. And finally, detachment is not about giving up on our dreams, our goals, our desires. Rather, it's not giving in to solely being defined by its accomplishment. So similar to what I mentioned earlier, because when we want something, like when we really want something, we can put too much pressure on it, or often we can put it on a pedestal. We can even say things like, when I have X, whatever that thing is, that's when I'll be happy. That's when I'll feel abundant. That's when I'll feel joy or feel loved. But rather, it's approaching this from a state of neutrality and finding ways to be joyful, to be happy, to feel abundant right now. The law of detachment. This is one of the greatest paradoxes in life, isn't it? But in essence, the law of detachment is about releasing the grip on specific outcomes and trusting the process. It's an essential to the manifestation process and a very powerful manifestation technique that's often the most hardest for people to master. That's because it requires deep trust, not only in yourself, but in the world and your surroundings, and also a higher power, whether that be God, universe, source, the divine, whatever resonates with you. It's about caring just enough to work towards a particular goal, but not caring too much where you're so attached to the outcome and how it should be. Being too invested and too clingy that it actually leads to self-sabotaging behavior. So what detachment is instead of clinging to a specific outcome and being so fixated on the destination, it's a shift in focus to the satisfaction of what's alive in the present moment. By practicing and mastering detachment, you allow yourself to be open to the abundance of opportunities and limitless possibilities that life has to offer. It's about having clear intentions, but still remaining flexible and open for more. Because let's face it, sometimes our manifestation may not even arrive how we envisioned. It may arrive even better than our mind could have comprehended. This creates a sense of peace and reduces anxiety and leads to a more fulfilling life. Most of all, you become magnetic. You allow yourself space to receive so effortlessly because you aren't so fixated on how it should be, but rather find the gratitude in what is whilst still remaining open for more. Just in case you needed a few more reasons on the benefits of practicing detachment and mastering how to detach, I've made a matcha and I'm here to share it with you. Number one is that it reduces stress and anxiety, not only in your mind, but in your body. So ever notice when you're so attached to an outcome, you're super clingy, you get really rigid. It creates this contractive energy in your body. When you practice detachment, you free yourself from the stress and anxiety that often comes with trying to control everything. It improves your relationships. Now, I notice this within my relationships and the people I choose to surround myself with, because when you practice and master detachment, it allows you to avoid being overly dependent on other people for your happiness, leading to healthier and more balanced relationships, not only with the people that you surround yourself with, but with the most important relationship that you will ever have, the one with yourself. It enhances manifestation, and this is what I mean by it's an essential part to the manifestation process, because it's recognizing that you are a co-creator. You play your part, and the universe, God, source, the divine, whatever resonates with you is also part of the process. By letting go of how it should happen, you allow the universe to work its magical ways and maybe even come up with a scenario that's even better than you would have anticipated. I want to share with you a story from one of my clients because I feel like it's such a powerful example of practicing and mastering detachment. So she was still working in her corporate career, but she followed her inner spark and she took training in human design, and she was offering human design readings. Now, if you don't know what human design is, I highly recommend that you look it up and get your chart read. So she was offering human design readings for a couple of hundred per reading, which included a 60-minute reading and a comprehensive guide on how to practice your human design and implement it into the world. She had a goal of making $5,000 per month, and that meant that she needed around 30 or at least 30 clients to reach her target. She was already halfway through the month and she was feeling a bit down because she hadn't actually reached halfway point of how many clients that she needed. And so we practice detachment. We practice detachment in the body and really getting safe to receive and know that everything is going to work out, and to let go of how it should be and be open to receiving how it could look like. And then when it reached towards the end of the month, she received a package to do a reading for a whole department of a company, which exceeded her expectations of what she set for her target goal of $5,000 for the month. That's the power of detachment, right? Because she was thinking, I have to get, at least 30 clients for the month, which is a B2C business model. Business, you have your services to a consumer, but she didn't even have in her sight business to business. So her as a business offering services to another business who has a whole department of people to do human design readings for. Doesn't that just blow your mind? I remember that feeling, and it was so incredible because it really, really signified that when you practice detachment in your body, not just in your mind, but in your body, it works for your manifestations and can exceed your expectations in the realm of what you had just thought of in your mind. There are limitless possibilities, and when you can detach, you can be open to receive, and it promotes inner peace. Detachment brings a sense of inner peace and tranquility. It's like a long, deep exhale as you learn to not only trust the process, but trust yourself and know that you have your back regardless of what happens. Okay, so here's a practical way in how you can start to master detachment. And I'm going to give you a little bit of tough love here because essentially practicing mastering detachment is all about releasing control. Whilst it's great to have a plan, once you're able to stop the need for control, you will be able to start receiving. And I get it, control can make us feel safe as humans, but control is just an illusion. And sometimes releasing it leads to experiences and outcomes far beyond what we could have imagined. So when you catch yourself trying to control, it's time to get radically honest and ask yourself, why am I so attached to X? Because often there's a deeper meaning, so it's time for us to get to the root. Notice how it affects your energy, feel into your emotions, but if you are an empath like myself, not becoming them, and create a home safety within yourself to consistently come back to. Then lean into a sense of curiosity to what the universe has in store for you. Okay, so there you have it, a practical guide on how to master detachment and how it will transform your life. Remember that it is a consistent practice, and that detachment doesn't necessarily mean that you don't care. It means that you care deeply enough to take action, but still trust the process. By practicing the law of detachment, you release your grip and the need for control, and you'll find more joy, peace, and effortless success in your life to get anything that you want. It's recognizing and accepting that we can't control everything and choosing to focus on what we can control instead. And the things that we can control are our thoughts towards a situation, how we even perceive a situation, how we choose to respond instead of react, our actions, and what we choose to focus on that naturally dissolves the rest, like the fear and the self-doubt. It's being a co-creator of life and recognizing that you play your part and trusting that the universe will take care of the rest. If you love this and want to dive in a little bit deeper, I do have a complimentary self-trust masterclass. My gift to you, you can get instant access to it through the library at theloveassembly.com/library, and I'll leave a link in the description box below as well. If you found this video on how to detach helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share the love, and leave me a comment down below on your experience on detachment. I always love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on self-development, manifestation, and living a creative lifestyle. Thanks so much for being here. And if you want more on how to detach and lean into the curiosity of attracting more good luck into your life with habits, make sure to watch this video next. Okay, I'll see you in my next video. Until then, always sending you all the groovy love.